How does Avatar: The Last Airbender have bad writing? First, I need to tell you the premise of this series. The premise of this series is that there is no perfect writer. And even in our favorite series, in our favorite shows, there is a little sprint, or maybe a lot of sprints, or a huge sprinkle of bad writing. And in this series, what we're going to do, entitled Bad Writing, I know, the most creative name in the world. What we're going to do is find the bad writing. We're not just gonna stop there. We're gonna offer a solution, because what is a person who just critiques things without offering a solution? But even in a show like Avatar: The Last Airbender, a show that I would give a 10 out of 10 because like I've said before, it is an amazing show. There could be improvement to make it even more of an amazing show. When thinking in my head for this series, what can I do for Avatar: The Last Airbender, a show that's known to be well written, I thought the one, the only, Ozai. Fire Lord Ozai. Ozai is probably the worst part of the show. Not because his character is bad or anything, but he's sort of just evil to be evil. I mean, when you really sit back and watch the show, you go back and you think, hey, why is Ozai bad? Well, maybe it's because he was just raised to be bad. But so was Iroh. He was raised to be bad, and then he kind of got out of it. He was born into this war, and he was born the king of it, so why would you want to end it? Yeah, that's perfectly understandable, but unlike other shows, we didn't get much backstory on Ozai. We don't really get any of it at all, really. We don't see how Ozai grew up. We kind of, even in the comics, we see how Ozai was just a terrible husband, or a terrible boyfriend to Ursula and all that. But we don't know why he was so evil. And of course we could say, okay, he was born to literally be a prince, so of course he was a spoiled brat, like, duh. There was no villain development, and I think that's very important in a series. Like, we understand that we follow only the protagonist and backstory on everybody else in the story. It's a courtesy for the writer. They don't have to do it because they're only telling you this person's specific story. But like other great series do, like, let's use Naruto for example. They gave backstory on Madara. They didn't just make him evil for no reason. But if you're going to give us backstory on literally everyone, even side characters like Mei, even side characters like Zuki and Ty Lee, then the least you can do is give us backstory on someone that's actually kind of the most meaningful or second most meaningful person in the series. Like the actual antagonist of the series, the main antagonist. As a matter of fact, we don't even see Ozai for the first 2 books, which was amazing. Like, I think that was good, that they didn't show him at all. I think for the first 2 seasons, I think that was kind of dope. I never noticed that they did that either until it was pointed out to me, but that's kind of dope. That was fire, no pun intended. But I'm here to not only point out the bad, like I said, I'm here to offer a solution. How could we rewrite this to make it just a little better? Are we gonna give Ozai humanity? Maybe. But here's what I don't want to do. What I don't want to do with Ozai is I don't want to go the Killmonger route. I don't want to give him like this high and mighty, complex where you can feel bad for him for being evil, because I don't know if you guys haven't seen Black Panther. You know, the way how that one was written, the way how Killmonger is written, you're supposed to almost like understand his point of view, but still be like, you know, you're kind of going about the wrong way of this. I don't want to do that with Ozai. I don't want to go the Killmonger route with him. I want to go a different route with him. I want to go a route with him that they did with one of the biggest films of 2019. Yeah, if you guessed it, I'm talking about Joker. I want a Joker Ozai. You could leave some, you guys could leave some comments about some jokes about that. But I want a Joker Ozai. I think Jokering Ozai would be the best option for Ozai. And when I say Jokering Ozai, I mean the Joker, you weren't supposed to feel bad for him. I know some people still did with the origin that they gave him in that. But the idea was that a few bad things happened to him and then he sort of just became evil, completely evil. You're not supposed to feel like he was justified for his actions at all. You're not even really supposed to, it's supposed to offer some sort of understanding, but it's supposed to be so far left that you're just like, wow, that dude is crazy. So here's what I would do with Fire Lord Ozai, right? So Fire Lord Azulon, right? The predecessor of Fire Lord to Ozai and the father of Ozai and Iroh. He was a man who sought for perfection and only perfection. If you strayed even a little off of his expectations for perfection, then he would lose it. So here's where Ozai's backstory comes into play. He wasn't the perfect son, much like how Zuko wasn't either. He was more so the Zuko that we know than the Azula. And Iroh was the Azula. He was the gifted one. He was the one that could be perfect in front of his father. So Ozai used to get it. He used to get destroyed by his father. I mean, his spirits were broken by his father, and that is what creates the snap within him. That's when one day he realizes, like, look, I'm going to be perfect. And he never stopped from then. And then that's where his hunger for world domination comes in. So just like Joker, we don't completely agree with what he does, but we kind of understand where it comes from. If you're an Avatar: The Last Airbender fan, I've got videos on this channel just for you. Make sure you do like this video and subscribe, and check out my last few videos about Sokka and about the beauty of one of the scenes in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Thank you so much for watching. Braze, braze.